Hey, what's going on, everybody? Ace here, and today we're going to be talking about my first impressions of Outlast 2. Now, for those of you who are unaware of the Outlast series, first off, what the hell is wrong with you? And two, it's spooky, scary fun, and I highly recommend the series as a whole. The first game follows a reporter who gets an anonymous tip from a worker in an asylum saying that strange things are going on and the way they're treating their patients is not okay. And it really is not okay. This place is nuts. Upon arriving, you are met with some of the most grotesque human beings I've ever seen, and it's all because of these experiments that are going on in this asylum. Now, in a lot of horror games up to this point, you were able to do things to stop your attackers, like throw objects or just run. I don't know. You can pick up a gun and shit. But in Outlast, you really only have three options. You can either run, hide, or die. You really can't defend yourself against anybody in this game. And the same can be said for Outlast 2. Now, Outlast 2 follows a husband and wife reporter duo who are researching this murder that took place. They found a Jane Doe who was pregnant and murdered, and they don't know why, but like her body was so full of mercury, and they think there's a factory that she was probably kept at and killed, only to be stopped by this giant flash of light that no one has any idea where it's coming from. And they end up finding themselves in this hillbilly town where everybody's fucking nuts. What correlation does this have to the first game? I don't know yet. I've only played an hour of this game and I'm already hooked. There's really not too much to talk about Outlast 2 in the gameplay department. Basically everything is the same. There are some minor tweaks that have made Outlast 2 a lot better than Outlast 1. For example, you can hide in just about anything you can find. You can jump into vats of water and hide. You can jump in barrels. You can hide in tall grass. Basically, anything that will help you hide from the not-so-crazy hillbillies and this psychopathic woman with a frickin' pickaxe. Another thing they fixed is how you open and close doors. In the first game, it was really difficult to open or I guess close doors with your pursuer behind you, because sometimes it would register that you were in front of the door that you were closing instead of behind it, when you were clearly fucking behind it. God damn it! Also, I found jumping a little wonky in the first game, and that seems to be fixed in this. I haven't really jumped over major obstacles yet, except for one chasm at the very beginning of the game. But as far as I can tell, everything seems to be working perfectly. Another cool thing that was added to Outlast was the ability to use more of the camera's functionality. Now, this new camera that the main character has can actually pick up sounds from outside of doors or from across long passageways, and you can kind of figure out where everybody's at. There's a lot of enemies in this game. I think just after I dealt with the crazy lady with the pickaxe, I ended up running into like 5 different people. This is just a cult community of hillbillies that are just after your ass. But you gotta be careful, because using the night vision and the sound picker-upper thingy, I'm gonna stick with that. Using those drains your batteries like crazy, and batteries are hard to come by. But if you search houses, which you can do, you can also climb through windows now. I should have mentioned that earlier. You can search houses for batteries and even bandages. You heard me right, bandages. You can actually heal yourself now. There's no 3 hits and you're dead. Well, there is, but you can actually heal yourself to escape your pursuers a little easier, a little faster. Prolong, hopefully, that you can survive a little longer. I really like this addition. It adds more tension when there's a bunch of enemies in an area and you're just on that last hit, last bit of health, and you have one bandage. So do you run for it and hope you make it, or do you use the bandage, run for it, take a couple more hits, get out? It really adds so much more tension than in Outlast 1, where you can get hit twice, run and hide, wait like 2 seconds, and then go continue on with your mission. Graphically speaking, it's a huge improvement from what we got in the last game. Going back and playing this now, I actually really did admire the graphics in the first game. I still like them to this day. It's just they haven't aged the best, and I know Outlast 2 is not going to age the best either. No game with realistic graphics can really age that great as technology grows. But this game improves the graphics by a mile. Everything looks beautiful. The water looks gorgeous, for instance. The character models and the character designs are, you know, basic humans. Some of them are a little weird, especially in night vision, but night vision makes everything look a little weird. But man, some of these character designs I really enjoy. For the pickaxe lady, I'm just going to keep talking about this pickaxe lady because I really haven't run into anybody yet that can surpass this main antagonist look. Looks absolutely amazing. She towers over everybody else, and she has superhuman strength and pickaxe that's basically acts like a cross as well if she kills you. It's really cool. Now I know of the priest. I think that's the actual main antagonist of the game. He's just pretty much a big priest, and he's really the only other bad guy that I've actually noticed through pictures that I've seen in the game. I guess one issue that I do have with the game so far, it's very easy to get lost. It's more open than Outlast 1 is. Because you were stuck in an asylum, you had very tight corridors with probably one big open room at a time and then like 3 smaller rooms. It was easy to get lost in that game too, but it was a little bit more manageable seeing as how you were in a smaller space. Here, you're in a wide open area, you're out in the middle of nowhere, and it can be easy to get lost. But again, that adds to the tension. I'm not really going to complain too much about that. It's just something that a lot of people may get frustrated with when they play the game, because you have so much piled on you as it is, and then when you think you're going the right way and you find out that you have to turn around and there's a horde of enemies coming at you, it can get a little frustrating. Really, that's the only gripe I have with the game so far. I may do a more in-depth review later on after I've completed the game. I haven't decided yet, but as it stands now, Outlast 1 you should play, but Outlast 2 is definitely a game to keep your eye on. I highly recommend if you're into horror games, or if you want to be scared, or if you have a Let's Play channel. Everybody's doing a Let's Play on this game now and streaming it. Highly recommend. Put a face cam on, play the game, freak out, get those views, or just sit in front of your friends and scream like a little girl. Overall, I'm going to give Outlast a positive rating and a must-buy. It's definitely something that horror fans like myself and others will enjoy. And if you have a Let's Play channel or like streaming horror games, I highly recommend this one. Everybody's doing it now. It's a really fun game. Very, very small annoyances at this point. I've only played an hour of the game so far. I really have nothing to complain about. It's a really good game. And that's going to wrap up today's video. I hope you all enjoyed this first impressions of Outlast 2. If you like more videos like this, then please, by all means, hit that like button. And why not share with your friends? And if you want to stay up to date with what I'm doing on the channel, then why not hit that subscribe button if you haven't, and hit that little bell icon to notify yourself of when I actually upload again. Now, I actually did a quick bit review, which is the new name that I'm giving to my micro reviews right here. It's on Super Bomberman R. Very fun game. If you haven't really seen anything on it, then why don't you click right here for Super Bomberman R, and why don't you click right here for Yoshi's Story quick bit that I did. And why not subscribe? It's going to be in the middle of the screen here. I'm going to take off, guys. I hope you all have a fantastic day. Happy scaring if you get Outlast, and I'll see you all next time. Bye-bye!